Good afternoon, load warriors. A little bit of a different video today than normal. I did an interview with my grandfather, who was a truck driver for about 45 years. He started in the early 70s, and he drove his truck all the way until his son, my father, lost his arm, and then he had to took a break from it for a while, and he got back into it. Also, if you like this style of content or trucking content in general, you go ahead and subscribe. I am a new and growing channel, so it helps out a lot. Anyways, I hope you enjoy the interview, and I'll see you at the end. How do you feel being on camera, Grandpa?
All right.
This is the very first interview that I've ever done. So,
First interview I've ever done.
well, I guess we're popping our interview cherries together.
Yep.
Like grandfather, like grandson. Okay, Grandpa. I guess to start with, why don't you introduce yourself?
Benjamin Burton.
Okay. Just like me. That's crazy.
Yeah.
We share a name.
2 mistakes right in a row.
Okay. And how long did you truck for?
I don't know, 40, 45 years, something like that.
Okay. Dang, 40 years. Okay, when did you start trucking?
I really don't know.
Now, okay. So, I mean, it's been a while since you've been trucking. Did you start off like working for a company, or did you start with your own truck?
I bought a truck and bought a job with Haley Brothers Coal and Supply out of Terre Haute, Indiana.
Okay.
They had an old company truck and trailer, and I bought it from them, and they gave me a job with it hauling coal. That was my first job.
I've never heard of paying somebody for a job in that
Well,
way.
basically that's what I did.
Yeah, you bought a job from them, but obviously they paid you for the job. What kind of truck was it?
An old, I think it was a 72 or 71 International long nose, conventional, no sleeper on it.
Oh, so it's a day cab?
Yeah, day cab.
Okay. And so you bought your truck and your trailer from them, and then you started hauling coal for them.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, when you bought the truck from them, did you have your own authority? Like, did you, or you just had your CDL and you owned the truck?
I had my CDL and I owned the truck, and they had the authority, and of course it was a company truck, so they had their name and everything and authority and numbers already on the truck, so I just started trucking.
Okay. Did you have to, now having bought the truck from them, essentially to start working with them, did you have to pay for any of the maintenance or anything like that?
Oh yeah, I had to pay for maintenance and everything.
That's crazy. So, what was that job like? Did you hauled coal for them, if I'm understanding that?
Yeah.
So what was that like?
They had like 3 or 4 different mines they hauled out of southern Indiana to the electric companies, generating companies here in Indianapolis, and I haul from the coal mines to the generating plants.
Oh, okay. And how long did you do that for?
A few years, probably 2 or 3 years anyway.
Okay, so then what was the next step after you hauled for them? When you stopped working with them, did you keep the truck? I mean, you owned the truck, so you had every right to, or did you sell it back to them?
No, I traded the truck for a road tractor, and I think I started hauling a reefer.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah. Because I've talked to my dad, and he said you did a lot of reefer while he was growing up. Did you buy a reefer trailer, or did you haul somebody else's reefer trailer?
I hauled my own reefer.
Okay. And what was trucking like back then, like especially reefer? Because nowadays, reefer, from the little experience I have, reefer sucks.
It's kind of a...
Because that's a lot. That's a long time before.
It's a wildcat kind of situation, you know. It's
There wasn't as much regulation back then, was there?
Very little.
Yeah.
Very little.
Not a whole lot of regulation. Obviously the statute of limitation is probably over with this. Did you ever do double logs?
Oh, hell yes.
Triple logs? Did you ever go that far?
Oh, hell, I just throw my logs away, you know. Yeah. Cop asked me one time for my logs, and I said the last time I saw them was they went through the window. You know, so, he just kind of looked at me like, oh well.
Okay, so how long were your days back then before?
Oh, jeez. We called them 8 to faint.
8 to faint?
8 to faint.
Like 8 o'clock in the morning until you
faint. Yes.
Holy, that. Now, I know a lot of the safety regulations came into play because there was a lot of narcotic use with truckers.
Oh yeah, bennies and shit like that. Yeah.
Now I'm not gonna try and implicate you on doing any of that. But were you friends with any truckers that would do stuff like that?
It was kind of like something you didn't talk about.
Yeah.
You know?
One of those unspoken things that everybody knows it's happening, but nobody wants to talk about it.
Yeah, it was well known. Everybody did it, but it was another known fact you didn't talk about it.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay, that makes sense. When did you? Because I know you started your own company eventually. When did you? How long did you haul reefer? And because I know that at one point you hauled unpalletized canned goods. Was that reefer, or was that after you'd started your own company?
Oh, that was just canned goods. I can't remember hauling them. Of course, I tried to forget that anyway.
Yeah, my dad said that he would go on hauls with you, and you'd use them as a lumper.
Oh yeah.
Because I hate lumpers now, but were lumpers prevalent back then?
Oh yes, you had to have them. I mean, you drive all night, and then are you going to work all day unloading a trailer? I mean, you'd just be exhausted by the time you got there.
Yeah.
Because you didn't use logbooks. You had to have one, but as far as following one, you didn't do that. I mean, you ran until you got there.
Yeah.
You know.
So, when did you start your company?
Oh Lordy, I have no concept of the year.
Because I know that you had your own company, at least up until the point when my dad lost his arm, and I know it's probably a sour spot because of how you lost the company. But what was it like running your own trucking company?
It was just like trucking. I mean, no difference.
So when you ran your own company, did you also drive at the same time?
Oh yeah.
How many drivers did you end up with before it all went downhill?
I don't know, how many did I have?
20 drivers.
We had about 20 trailers.
Oh, 20 trailers, okay.
And there was a contract driver for each one of them.
Wow, that's pretty successful. Now, when you ran your own company, what kind of stuff did you haul?
Mostly either produce or whatever I could haul. You know.
Frozen ducks down to Florida.
Frozen ducks?
Yeah, hauled a lot of them.
And when did you finish? Like when did you finish trucking? Was it when my dad lost? Because I know when my dad lost his arm, the company went down. If I remember correctly, while I was growing up, at one point you tried to get back into it.
I don't know that I'd ever tried to get back into it as heavy as I was one time.
Now, what was the story like? Because I know that you lost the company to nefarious means, but like, what happened?
No, it was just me being lax and being too busy trucking to take care of business. Mm-hmm. More or less my own fault. And being hooked up with the wrong guy. And it was just my own fault.
I was in the hospital. That partner took all the money coming in, opened up a separate account in another bank, and took all the money. So when he came back,
there was nothing.
See, his daughter worked in the office as the secretary. So when I was out, everything
did whatever they want.
They did it. It was nothing there when I got back. See, I had the office rented from a friend of mine's dad.
Because you spent a lot of time in the hospital with my dad.
Yeah, and well, hell, he was my son. I mean, they just took advantage of a situation. That's all.
Truly, truly evil. Now, you were a truck driver for a long time, ran your own company. It sounds like you basically did the whole thing. The whole kit caboodle. You had your own truck, ran your own company. You had people working under you. What made you decide to start trucking?
I have no idea. Temporary insanity.
Yeah. I don't know if I wouldn't say it was temporary because you're still a little crazy.
Your family's been truck drivers.
Yeah, my dad was a truck driver.
Your dad was a truck driver.
No.
I didn't even know that. So your dad was a truck driver. So my great grandfather, God rest his soul, he was a truck driver. You were a truck driver. Did my dad ever learn to drive a truck?
Yes, he did drive once.
He did? Was he ever a CDL holder?
No, he drove after he lost his arm.
Really?
A friend of his had a run going into Indianapolis. Was it Indianapolis?
Fruit. I think.
It was for Dom's here in Plainfield.
Okay.
And it was to Indiana Fruit and Vegetable or something downtown. And they used to haul fruit back and forth. And Michael would go with him. And they would change seats in the middle of the run and Michael would drive.
Wow. Okay, so I'm like a 4th generation truck driver.
Basically.
Yeah. Wow. That's wild. So you were almost born and bred for it.
Basically, yeah.
I'm a genetically engineered truck driver. That's why I'm the best there ever was.
I wouldn't say that too loud. Somebody might hear it.
So your first truck was a Long Nose International. Which of all the trucks that you had, because I'm assuming you had multiple trucks in your life, which one was your favorite?
Volvos.
Volvos?
Volvos.
Yeah, the new Volvos are really nice. I don't know if you've seen the 2026 Volvos, but they are quite nice.
The ones I had were pretty nice.
Do they ride smooth?
Oh, God, yeah.
Nothing like a freight shaker at an International.
These Volvos, buddy, I mean, I had a couple of new ones, and they were nice.
I bet you they're still on the road. I'm sure I probably passed a couple of them on the road.
Probably so.
Those people who buy their trucks off of Facebook Marketplace to start hauling. What was the trucking culture like back then? Like, because nowadays there's not a whole lot of camaraderie that comes with truck driving.
No, it's dog eat dog. It was dog eat dog back then.
Was it?
Yeah.
What? Because nowadays people don't even use the CB radio as much.
Mm-mm.
Didn't really use it a bunch back then.
Yeah.
Oh, you did? Did you talk a lot of shit over the CB radio?
Oh, hell yeah. Shit, joke, and shit like that, you know. And a lot of information on the internet. CB, you know. Cops are everywhere back then.
Yeah, because wasn't Smoking the Bandit modeled after your trucking adventures? Smoking the Bandit modeled after your trucking adventure?
Probably.
Okay. What is one of the craziest things you saw while out on the road?
Oh, jeez. Hell, that was an everyday occurrence.
Just crazy shit always happening?
Yeah, Bob saw something in Arizona or New Mexico. When you're traveling out there, you saw like where the UFOs and stuff.
Like Roswell?
Yeah.
The what was?
You went close to Roswell.
Oh, yeah, goddamn, yes.
So you saw aliens out on the road?
Well, we've seen a lot of weird shit that was unexplainable.
Yeah. I mean...
A lot of sunsets and sunrises we saw.
Yeah. Because it's I mean, you go out west into like New Mexico, Arizona, those really flat with like, you know, last gas station for 250 miles.
He saw a tornado go through and picked up a semi in front of him.
Sitting on the top of a tree.
A tornado right in front of you?
A tractor and trailer still hooked together in the top of a tree.
And it didn't touch you?
Didn't touch me.
Act of God.
Yes. Honestly.
Actual blessing. Somebody was looking out for you.
Tractor and trailer together. Top of a tree.
That's wild.
Still hooked together.
That's if not to say anything about the craftsmanship of that kingpin and fifth wheel.
Yeah, it says a lot about the safety of pulling a trailer.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna come unhooked.
Yeah, unless you do something wrong, that's just not gonna come
drastically wrong.
Yeah.
When he owned his company, one weekend I was with him when we went to Miami.
Yeah.
And we had a load down, but not one back. And we were sitting at a
classic Florida.
And it was in Miami. And a man came up to us and said, how would you like to make about $10,000? And he said, just make one run to New York City. And he said, you'll make $10,000.
That's really sketchy.
So I'm thinking, okay, that's good. I was naive, didn't realize that was drugs.
Yeah, absolutely drugs.
Yes.
Nobody's gonna ask you to make a $10,000 run up to New York.
And so I'm saying, well, can we cover up the smell of it so the dogs don't smell it? What's the chances of us getting stopped and everything? And your grandpa said, no.
Oh, my camera just died, or it got too hot.
You asked how things changed in trucking. One of the big changes is the iPhones.
iPhones? Specifically iPhones or mobile phones in general?
Mobile phones in general.
Because back then, I mean, Grandpa started trucking before cell phones even existed.
Exactly. And so he would take off and I would never hear from him until he got home.
Oh, that would be horrible.
Maybe he'd stop at a truck stop and maybe a phone would be empty and he could call me.
Some of them still have payphones.
Which was very rare that I heard from him. But even if a load was changed or if something happened, he had no way of calling his boss immediately.
Communications are
It was
sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like my very last run for OTR, I was stuck somewhere for 17 hours. And if I didn't have a cell phone, I would have just been stuck there until they figured something out.
Right. He had one of the first cell phones, which was huge.
Yeah, the car phone or bag phone.
It was a bag phone, yeah. And he got that, and that helped some. It didn't always work. It didn't work everywhere.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, cell phones even nowadays barely work everywhere.
But yeah, it was. That was really hard.
I bet. I can't even imagine me trucking and my dad not being able to get a hold of me.
On one of his first runs, he drove up north and he turned on a road that had a bridge that he was too heavy to go over, but he didn't realize it until he got there.
Yeah.
So it was cornfields and stuff. There was nowhere for him to turn around. He backed up 3 miles to get out of there and go somewhere else.
I mean, I don't know if I could back up 3 miles. I feel like I would be a nervous wreck personally.
He probably was, but that's what he had to do. He was late that night.
Yeah, I bet. Now, speaking of you being bad at directions, what was it like planning a route back then? Because I know there wasn't any GPS.
Yeah.
You had to use the road atlas and stuff.
It was a road atlas.
I mean, this is before the internet.
Hell, a lot of it was before the interstate.
Existed. What's up?
Hell, a lot of it was before the interstate, you know.
A lot of places he went to had just 2-lane roads.
Oh, man. Yeah, now you go on 465 and it's 5 lanes each side.
Yeah, no 5 lanes back then.
Wow, so like, because like trucking as an industry has evolved along with the world.
Tenfold.
Yeah.
It's tenfold what it was.
Now you can't run double logs because you have to use e-logs. Well, you don't have to, but most people use e-logs.
He had one wreck.
Oh yeah. When did that happen?
Shit, I can't remember.
Was 1985 or something, early 80s maybe. He was coming back home on a weekend from, if a driver didn't show up, he'd take the load down to Florida. And a lot of times I went with him. And when I got tired, I'd lay in the sleeper with my head behind him. He was coming back home, he was going through Tennessee, and he was going through a road construction.
I think I've heard this.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And he fell asleep.
While driving.
And he went down and overcorrected to come back up and flip the trailer sideways and skidded like 3 football fields.
Didn't you have to climb out one of your windows while you were sliding so you didn't get grounded?
Well, it's after he stopped. The front of the tractor just kept being crunched up closer and closer to him.
Yeah.
He got his leg caught, pulled it out, and jumped out the window side of the passenger. And did it catch on fire?
No,
I don't think it did.
I remember it tore up my leg.
Yeah, and the police came and they called me at like 4 o'clock in the morning.
That's
and
not a call you want to get.
Said that he was on his way to the hospital and told me what hospital. So I called and he wasn't there. They didn't know where he was. I called the police back. They didn't know anything. I called his dad, who was retired. He drove down to Tennessee to pick him up. He would not leave the scene until he knew that the trailer was all right because he was the owner of the trailer. And everything in there was under his control.
Under my care. I was responsible
Yeah.
for it.
He was the owner, so it was all under him.
Yeah.
So after they got everything cleaned up, then his dad brought him back to the house, and his ankles were swollen so big, they were almost as big as his knees.
Holy.
And I wanted to rush him to the hospital, and he said, no, I've got to take a bath first. So I got him in the bathtub, got him out, which almost didn't happen because he was so big. Took him to emergency.
So big as in like heavy, or like his ankles were so big?
His ankles were hurting, and then he was large anyway, and I was smaller, and so it was, weight
tough.
difference. It was hard
Yeah.
for me to get him out. We finally got to the hospital, and there was a female nurse, which, he doesn't think females know what they're doing. And she came up and she looked him right in the eye, and she said, if you wouldn't have come here when you did, you've got blood clots in your legs. And she said they could have let loose at any time and you'd been dead immediately.
Yeah.
So she said, we're going to keep you in the hospital. We're going to make sure that they're dissolved before we let you go home. So he had to spend the night in the hospital, but he was on crutches for a while.
Well, I'm glad he lived.
Yes, me too.
Was this before or after my father had been born?
Been born?
Yeah.
Oh, this was after.
Okay. So when you planned routes, did you like look at the map and then just write down the directions that you would take?
No, just use the atlas.
And you just drive. Okay, so then when they give you an address, like right now they give you like 1, 2, 3, 4th Street, you just gotta look around for that?
Just find it.
And then when you're close enough,
You start asking locals where it is?
yep.
So you did a lot of reefer. Now, I have gone on the record and said that I hate lumpers. I hate the idea of lumpers. How do you feel about lumpers?
Shit, they saved my ass more than once.
See, now, were you required to use them, or was it like totally optional?
I had to get the trailer unloaded somehow, either by myself or lumpers.
And typically back then, they scheduled you picking up, and you had to be here because it was fruit
Yeah.
or fresh produce. It only lasts so long in the truck. Well, they would sit you down there with a schedule to be there at such and such a time. Then you had to be back up here at such and such a time.
Yeah.
Well, if there was a problem with unloading or getting new stuff, then that puts you late for up here.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of accidents happen, because the drivers were going so fast to make up time
Yeah.
that they didn't schedule them, give them enough time to do. And so anytime they could get help to make it faster if they were running late, they would pay the lumpers.
Okay. See, because like, I guess my reason for hating lumpers is because nowadays it's like you have to pay them. If you go to a place that has lumpers, you got no choice. The lumpers will unload your trailer whether you want them to or not, and then you pay it.
No, it wasn't like that back then.
Yeah, well, because lumpers started off, like when trucking first started becoming a thing, lumpers started off as just being people who would hang out at docks and offer to unload for truck drivers and for money. And truck drivers would pay it. And I know at one point I said the reason why lumpers exist nowadays is because truck drivers were too lazy to unload their own trailers.
Just because they run all night to get there.
Yeah, it's my my new school mindset of like, oh, you're only allowed to drive 11 hours, so why are you driving in it? Why are you tired when you get there? No, people ate to faint.
And see, trucks weren't automatics back then.
Yeah, so
they
you
were
were-
manuals.
Well, a good truck driver just has to do this, but if you're a bad truck driver, you're doing this.
Well, and then going up because going to Florida and coming back, you're going up and down mountains.
Yeah, Tennessee. I've done that. I never gone all the way down to Florida. Well, I've been to Florida as a truck driver before, one time with my trainer when I worked for Swift, but I go down to Atlanta a lot. So, I drive from Indianapolis to Atlanta. I'm driving, or actually, Pennsylvania down to Atlanta. You're going through mountains the entire time.
Yeah.
Basically, until you get to Atlanta.
Yeah.
What was your favorite thing to haul?
Bananas.
Bananas?
Get a load out of Florida and bring them up here to the market in Indianapolis and drop the trailer.
It dropped the trailer. You didn't have to unload it. I bet. Did it make pretty decent money?
Yeah, it didn't pay the best, but by the mile, I paid about $1.10 or something like that a mile.
$1.10 a mile?
Yeah.
back then.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, because I get paid. Nowadays I was only getting 62 cents a mile.
You got 29 cents a mile, 30 cents a mile back then.
The driver's pay, yes. But
Yeah.
the truck was getting...
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, that's different. Okay.
During his trucking, he went to triaxles. He also drove triaxles.
Oh, like with the pusher axle. Did you ever haul any oversized stuff?
Oh, shit, yes.
Really? I've never hauled. It's something I've always wanted to do, but I feel like it would stress me out hauling oversized. I saw a video on the truck driving subreddit. No, it wasn't even a truck driving subreddit. I saw it on your plumber guys are here. But I saw it on TikTok. This dude was hauling a 600,000 pound generator, and it was he had one of those Caterpillar trailers. So it was like a low boy, but it had wheels along the entire bottom, and he had to go around a roundabout. And you could tell it was a small town with nothing to do because the entire town was out recording him. Poor guy. Honestly, because there's no way to put pressure on like a whole town recording you. But what kind of stuff did you haul that was oversized? Was it just like overweight stuff or?
Overweight stuff.
Large equipment.
Yeah, because nowadays, like a lot of the oversized stuff that gets hauled is like ready-made houses.
No, I never hauled that.
There's like construction equipment.
I've hauled that.
And then, another big one is, what are they? Windmill blades. I guess now is as good a time as any to end it. Before we go, what is one tip you would give to new drivers starting out?
Keep your patience.
Keep your patience? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's just chill out, man.
Yeah.
Just let it happen. I mean, everybody's done it, let it get to you, but boy, just try to keep cool. It's just a fucking job.
At the end of the day, it is just a fucking job.
That's the best you can say about it.
Yeah.
It's just a fucking job.
Okay, well, thank you so much for agreeing to this interview.
That's all right, bud.
And thank you, Grandma, for also being here to help fill in the blanks where Grandpa had lost it.
That's okay. As you get older, you tend to forget things, especially ones you don't like to remember.
Yeah. Well, I asked my grandpa this question, but I might as well ask you from the perspective of a truck driver's spouse. What is one tip you would give to a spouse of somebody? Like, I asked him for a tip for a new driver. So what would be a tip that you would give to a spouse of a new driver?
Patience.
That was my tip.
Interesting. How interesting.
Yes, because there is no 8 to 5 in trucking.
Yeah.
And when you plan something, he may be available, he may not be. And you have to go with the flow.
Yeah. What was it like raising children with your husband, my grandfather, not being there? Although he was there to support financially, I'm sure, but he wasn't really there. So it was almost in a similar vein of like
I was a single mom.
Yeah,
basically.
you were essentially a single mom, or like the mother raising the children of like a military spouse when they're out and they're doing their thing.
Exactly.
What was that like?
It was very frustrating at times because I worked.
Yeah. So you had a job and you also had to raise your children.
And so.
Now, when did he start going out on the road? Was it before or was it after they had already started school?
It was after they'd started school.
Okay, well at least you had, school to take care of them for most of the day.
Right. But it was finding babysitters before and after, and if they were sick, making arrangements to get them here or there, or stay home with them or whatever. And it was just like raising with no help.
You had the financial support, but you didn't have the actual physical support.
Right.
Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you made it this far and you aren't already, hit that subscribe button. I've got a lot of trucking vlogs on the channel. I plan to upload more trucking vlogs if you like that content, do more interviews. I have at least 2 more interviews planned, and then in the future, I will be finding new people to have on as an interview guest. If you are a truck driver or if you have interesting truck driving experience, I do have a business email linked in my bio for this channel. Shoot me an email and we might be able to get you set up as an interview guest. I would be happy to have a lot of extra people to interview. I think that'd be awesome. My editor, Jimmy, came up with a name for this series called Unloaded, and all the people that I've asked think that it's a really good name, so I'm going to go ahead and go with the name Unloaded, so thank you, Jimmy, for that name. I think it's a very appropriate name for the non-trucker vlog style videos. Any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them down below. Like the video if you like the video, dislike the video if you dislike the video. I've been Ben, and I've been on the road, and I'll see you in the next one.
Well, that's the end of the interview.
And just a little added situation, we checked on the guy that was partners with your grandpa.
Yeah.
And he has since died.
Good.